What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. Let's talk about it. Told y'all we was gonna do this next. I don't know if y'all was joking, thought I was kidding or something. But it deserved to be spoken on. Russell Westbrook, once again, completely disrespected by the NBA. And this time it's coming from general managers. And I want to let everybody know this is a live chat too, in case you're watching it later. We'll give people proper time to get in. You're not going to give them too long. Panama J, I see you, man. C Money 21. Yep. A lot of people are not getting the notification, so I don't know if it's a problem with my phone or their line. Josh Boy 966, what's up? Westbrook need to stay in his lane. And what is his lane? I mean, here's the thing about Russell Westbrook. As we gave people ample time to get in here, we might have to get started pretty soon. Hold on, I'm gonna reset, then come back. Okay, let's hopefully we're here now. Now we got everything back to form. For some reason, people are not getting this notification. Well, it's just gonna take them a minute. Well, they can go back and rewatch it. But I can't keep the people that's already here waiting no longer. Russell Westbrook, the general managers overwhelmingly chose Steph Curry over Russell Westbrook yet again. They said Steph Curry is the best point guard and has the most opportunity to be MVP. And I don't know why the general managers are even doing this or what this poll is even about. But this shows you what the colleagues think of him. And he just won the most valuable player last year. He averaged a triple double for the season, and people still pick Steph Curry over him. Nothing much, Hakeem. See, the major problem is, I'm glad you just said that. Kevin Durant winning MVP? No. It's not even about that. It's not even about MVP. Why is Curry more marketable? Why would you think that? There's been a disconnect between the way Russell Westbrook plays the game. What's up, Marcus? Russell plays with tenacity. He plays with a lot of force and he plays with a lot of energy. And for some reason, people are offended by the way he plays the game so hard. And they feel he plays with an anger and attitude. Well, here's the thing. Russell Westbrook's wife is she's trying to get her medical degree. She has no time to really be on television. Nobody's asking her to be on shows or anything like that. They're not trying to promote Russell Westbrook's family. He's very private off the court. And the Currys are not like that. Even though they're private in their own times, Steph Curry is always dancing, just like Russell Westbrook do. But he's got a colorful wife named Aisha Curry, who's a failed actress, wanted to be a Disney star, and didn't work out. Now she used her husband's platform to launch herself, and success to him for it. That's a good strategy. It was a good strategy. She knew that Steph wanted to be with her. Period. She wasn't feeling it. What video got removed? The one I did about Jay-Z and Tidal? That's news to me. The last two I just did. Let me see. The last two live streams I did was about Cam, which hasn't been removed, and I did Carcino's Hood Stories live. I did the Hawks preseason game. That didn't get removed. You said the last two. So I'm trying to check for you, and I'm not seeing the last two. Those are the last two I did. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. Westbrook has put up numbers besting Steph Curry all season last year because do you even know what you're speaking on? The one about Jay-Z and streaming. I have a YouTube music video views could be counted for Billboard.
Keep your music playing. Even when
That is still here. Looking at it right now. I don't know. Maybe that's your phone. So Russell Westbrook all last year has been stepping up to the plate. Russell Westbrook has stepped up to the plate and went out to prove he was better than Steph Curry. And can't nobody really deny and say he didn't do that last year. Steph Curry was the two-time MVP, and Russell Westbrook was saying, I outplay him every playoffs. Why now? Why now I am not getting the respect? This season, he thought he would be ranked above Steph Curry yet again. And once again, the general managers, this isn't fans, it's the general managers. And I don't understand it. I do not understand it. Well, Steph Curry didn't get out of the first round when he had nobody. It was just Steph Curry. I mean, just Westbrook there. The fact that the Thunder was even a fifth or sixth seed was amazing last season. That team was inferior. He did what he had to do to get the team over the hump. So I'm proud of what has transpired with them and with going on with Curry and Westbrook. Because what Steph Curry did last season is what people didn't know is all the teams that were supposed to be the best players in the NBA for a whole month when Kevin Durant went down, Steph Curry came in and showed you why he's Steph Curry. He gave it to Russell Westbrook. He gave it to everybody for a whole month. In the last 2 months of the season, Steph Curry gave it to him. And he reminded everybody in the NBA, I didn't lose a step. Yeah, I just sent out an invite. Nobody got a notification for this one. Something went in. Whenever you do things too fast, I guess on here, and I guess I didn't wait long enough for them to get the notifications out, and I went live too quick, and the notifications didn't go out. Prince O'Neal, you was here on the last chat. You heard me, told you what I was doing. I told you this was coming next. Told everybody that this was coming next. Now, like I said, Steph Curry, look at Steph. All the circus half court shots. Steph is overrated. Because Steph Curry has definitely proven he is the goods. He's not a flash in the pans. He showed you. You just can't up and win 2-time MVP awards. When they played against each other, Westbrook was going off. But Steph got his too. And that whole month, for 2 months straight, when Kevin Durant was out and he won like 16 games in a row, and it was Westbrook versus Steph Curry, and Steph kind of gave it to him. It's what we like to call in the biz the reminder. He gave them a reminder he is Steph Curry. Then it was talk about, is he in the MVP race? So then that's when the talk started to go out. Is he better than Westbrook? Maybe we forgot about Steph Curry. They needed those last 2 months when Steph Curry went off and showed people what he could do. Steph Curry was 1 rebound away from averaging a triple double in the finals. He averaged 28, 10, and 9. That was his numbers for the NBA finals. So while everybody talk about LeBron did this and he did that, Steph Curry averaged 10 rebounds in the NBA finals and nobody talked about it. He averaged he averaged 10 assists and 9 rebounds. That's the thing, is that Russell Westbrook could be everything that Steph Curry is. And this is about the general managers. The general managers made this selection. I'm agreeing with you. I think it's the LBA now. The LeBron Basketball Association. It's been that for a while. Kawhi Leonard is better than LeBron. Of course he's better than LeBron. I mean, you're answering or saying statements that the world knows, but it's just not promoted right. They voted Steph Curry over what Russell Westbrook. Now, this is going to put another chip on his shoulder because the guy just won MVP. How do you do that to a guy that just won MVP? That's what shocks me. Russ just won MVP, and he wasn't even unanimous. He was not even unanimous when he won it. But when Steph Curry won it, he was unanimous. So this just lets you know that even the general managers pick their favorites. And there's something about Russell Westbrook's attitude and the way he plays the game. They don't want Russell Westbrook being the guy. I know. They look at Russell Westbrook as if he's a negative personality rather than a positive one. When it's just clearly, and the thing about him is he's a fun guy. He does the silliest stuff in the NBA. He danced more than Steph Curry. But he's a super alpha male. And they have a problem with that. Where Steph Curry is more of a beta. He's more safe. He's more fun loving than Russell Westbrook. But the fact that this didn't come from fans, this came from general managers who think now that they've added players for Russell Westbrook like Carmelo Anthony and Paul George, where it enhanced Steph Curry, with a player like Westbrook, it's a detraction. His numbers will go down. He cannot allow his play production will go down. The team would not succeed. Westbrook can't play with anyone else. That's the narrative they're portraying. So let's ask here, who's the better shooter? I would say Steph. Steph is the better shooter by far. Better rebounder. That would go to. Better rebounder would go to. I would say Russ. Who's better at passing? I would say Russell Westbrook's better at passing. Leadership. I would say Russell Westbrook is better at leadership. Defense. I would say that it's about a tie. Steph Curry can play defense. He just can't play defense on Russell Westbrook. Steph is more injury prone. I doubt that. Who's missed more games than Russell Westbrook? He didn't play right now. He's having surgery done to his knee. Because his knee has been in pain, so they trying to put plasma in his knee so that he could be able to play. He hasn't played yet. Steph was healthy last year. Early in his career, he had ankle problems. Ball handling ability goes to Steph Curry. He's the better ball handler. You think Russell Westbrook is a better ball handler than what Westbrook is a mini LeBron James. He's a smaller version of LeBron James. Except for he has the tenacity. He doesn't shy away from the moment. He goes to the cup with reckless abandon. Oh yeah, old man Bron, that's what he does. You know, it's all a deception with him. Russ lives in the pressure. LeBron mentally can't take it. If LeBron was mentally strong, he would be Russell Westbrook. It's not that Kawhi Leonard plays both ends of the court. He plays both ends of the court very well. Guys are out there playing defense. They're just not very good at it. They make poor, and what makes them poor is they make poor decisions on defense. They'll go inside when they should be outside. They're giving up a spot on the court, and what that comes from is people's lack of physical condition is tearing them down. Their physicalness or aggression is wearing them down. They're breaking, and they're just losing it. If I was playing on 2K, well, it's not a one-on-one game. I would always take Golden State over OKC. This is real. uh, I guess so. If G Hill, but G Hill, unlike LeBron, could cross somebody and get to the basket. G Hill crossed you and went in and dunked on you. LeBron can't do that. He got to use force to get his way. LeBron don't know what a cross is. He seen it put on him though, because Steph Curry gives him the workout. He gonna blow. He gonna blow. He gonna blow LeBron knees out this year. I think the world know right now that Russell Westbrook is better than Steph Curry. And that's the world's perspective. As an all-around basketball player, the way he plays the game. Like if you put Steph Curry on a team by himself, who would come out on top? I think the world kind of knows that, but the NBA likes Steph Curry. So the NBA is always gonna put him over Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook had the year he had, Steph Curry was the leading vote getter. So Russell Westbrook didn't start at the All-Star game. That was crazy. Here he is, the MVP of the season, and he wasn't even the top vote getter. Now that they doing this captain's thing, the top vote getters in the whole NBA is LeBron James, which has got to be fixed, and Steph Curry. They were the leading vote getters last year. So those two would probably be captains. LeBron will be the leading vote getter in the East. But who knows? This year it could be Steph and Kevin Durant. But Russell Westbrook is not even considered for the MVP the next year. Matter of fact, they have Kawhi Leonard ahead of him. They have Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and Steph Curry ahead of Russell Westbrook for most valuable player. And I believe they probably have James Harden. So this is the year for Russell Westbrook. He got the money. He got everything. He got players this year. He got money. This is his year to show and prove that last year wasn't just a fluke year and I was playing for stats. Now I got to win. You got to show you can lead this team. I mean, what are you talking about? He's just a Curry's lighter than him. That's just all it is. But he light skinned too. Westbrook is light skinned. He's a light skinned guy with a tan. That's it. Me and him are about the same complexion. I'm probably a little bit darker than him. Well, of course they winning. They keep being created. if you keep being created, you and then the other side is being murdered and going to jail. You're gonna be you gonna be around a lot more longer. Did somebody just say Westbrook is not light skinned? Brother, if you don't look like what Wesley Snipes, you light skinned. Let me just tell you this, Patricia. If you was in Africa, better yet, if you was in the Aborigines and you was the complexion of Westbrook, you better leave. Exactly. You guys didn't understand. Light skinned people were not accepted by blacks for a long time. Brown skin, light skin didn't matter. You were not accepted. People keep talking about the Willie Lynch system and blah 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 blah. No way. Me and him was almost the same complexion. I'm probably a little bit darker than him. They'd have told me up too. Light skinned blacks were never accepted in the Aborigines at one point. And that was even in the early 1900s. You remember what happened in Australia? No, the Aboriginal women used to work um, and do labor like cleaning the houses for the whites, and the people that ran the land would normally come in there and rape them. And if they had a baby, the Aboriginal women would try to keep the baby, and then because they knew if the Aborigines would find them, they would kill the babies. They were considered an abomination. So what they would do is take the kids, and while they're young, or they would have to be hidden from everybody else. My dad is darker than me, and my mother darker than me. So what happened is in Australia, they took all these kids, put them on an island, all the light skinned kids, put them on an island, taught them how to be Catholic, taught them about religion, and then ended up shipping them off to different areas. This was called the Lost Generation. This has always been a problem. So it didn't start with no Willie Lynch system and all that stuff that you heard before. What's up, Sean Green? But that's why you see it's a flaw. It's a laid out plan. Terrell, I wasn't there. If I was there, I wouldn't be here. It's a laid out plan. that now that's why it's so promoted. When you see television, when you see movies, you think it's by coincidence you don't see dark skinned people on television? If you do, they choose a light skinned person. Just think about it. If you was around in the 70s and 80s, you saw a lot of dark skinned people together. You saw a lot of dark skinned couples. You saw a lot of dark skinned. Nah, look around. See if you see a lot of dark skinned couples together. See if you see more interracial than anything. And you be like, wow, why is this phenomenon happening so often? Because you turn on your television. That's what they promote to you. Oh yeah, we gonna get into that at a later time. I'm gonna get into that on the movie channel screen thing. But yeah, that's got to be addressed. And some other things I'm gonna address too. Of course you do, Patricia. Did you realize how few it was of black women that liked white men in the 80s? Black women didn't like white men. That was just it. A lot of them did not. Unless they were an actor or something, a lot of them did not. They used to take polls on this stuff. It was over 80% said no, they would not prefer a white guy. This is in the 80s. Now, if you take that poll is in like the 50s. 50% women say they don't like white guys. Oh no, Jordan. They do because television is promoting them. You look in the magazines; they're all in the magazines. They look the same as they did back in the 80s, back in the 90s. Now girls are, ooh, he is fine. Ooh, look at him, he's cute. I'm like, you serious? The numbers are up there. Well, Kenneth, that's what we expect out of him. So he wants the attention. He wants to get on Charlemagne's show. Every time Charlemagne or somebody mentions him, he gets off on it because he knows what he is. He's not somebody that's trying to win the black people over. That's not his agenda. His agenda is to be to his side as much as possible, shooking and jiving and dancing. So that's why I will give him no more attention. Because that's what he wants. He wants to get us revved up so he can stay popular. No. I already done it. So there's no need to do it again. Oh yeah, well for the people who just got here, they picked Steph Curry to be better than Westbrook, have a better season than Russell Westbrook. Yet again. Now this is not the fans. This comes from the general managers of the NBA. Now this is what your peers You see this? This is what your peers think of you. And you were the best. I mean, the absolute best you ever been last year. And look how they treated you. They treated Russell Westbrook as the general managers. All decided Steph Curry. Matter of fact, they picked LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard, and James Harden, all above Russell Westbrook. So if they don't like his personality or what have you. Now, here's the thing. Can Westbrook make people better? We know he plays for stats. But can he, now that he's got a team around him, the general managers believe he's not going to make them any better. That they'll just all be out there getting theirs, but the team will be losing. That's what they're really banking on. I could see that happening, but I could see Russell Westbrook trying to prove that wrong. What Steph Curry was able to do, was to play alongside Kevin Durant and still get his. See, that's what people don't understand, that when Kevin Durant went out and wasn't in the lineup, Steph Curry showed everybody in the NBA why he was the two-time MVP. He killed everybody for a whole month. Everybody, including Westbrook, including James Harden. He gave it to Harden twice. He didn't play no games. Steph Curry torched them. A lot of people don't remember that. But when KD went down, Steph Curry turned into a beast. He torched everybody. Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. All the three that were up for MVP got torched by Steph Curry. Russell Westbrook is a better scorer. Steph is a better shooter. Hopefully you can understand that. Well, that's what happens. You try to take the good with the bad and roll with it. The facts of life. But this is what happens where, well, Michael Jordan was like that in college, high school. He went to North Carolina. He's from North Carolina. That's what he did. Michael dated a lot of white girls. That's just was Michael. You know, that's his choice. Everybody got a choice to make. Michael Jordan made his. Michael Jordan be like, that's what I want. That's what I want. I mean, he dated Robin Givens when Tyson was finna knock him out. Just let me know if you dated Robin. Well, knock yourself out, Patricia Ireland. There's plenty out there. Well, that's what he'd probably tell him. But who cares? It's your life. Do what you want to do. I am not going to tell you how to live it at all. We are all good until Yellow Park, Yellowstone National Park decides to blow. The big one. When Yellowstone National Park blow that big one, when Old Faithful erupts, and we are all toast. Get in the Yellowstone. Nah, we don't need to get in the Yellowstone, buddy. Y'all be buying canned goods right now. When old Yellowstone National Park go, that's it. Like if it goes, shoot, we all gonna be affected. Those who survive ain't gonna be around for very long. Jellystone, that's a fictional place. You've been watching Yogi Bear. Jellystone National Park. That's Yogi Bear and Boo Boo. Yeah, Russell Westbrook. That's a good name to call him because that's how he shoots. He shoots a lot of bricks. Yep, brick by brick. That's how he be. We gonna get these points brick by brick by brick. How's it hypocrisy? Russell Westbrook is not a very good shooter of the basketball. Am I saying something that's incorrect? He just plays with the tenacity of a Kobe Bryant. Sometimes that brick shooting is dropping. Like LeBron, just because you throw up some bricks, sometimes the bricks fall and they land. I mean, he can't guard Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is equally better than him. I mean, Steph is a better ball handler. He's a better shooter. Russ is a better scorer. That's why I say I hope you guys can understand that better. He's a better scorer. Like Michael Jordan was a better scorer than Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller was a better shooter than Michael Jordan. But Michael Jordan was a better scorer. If you understood that. Larry Bird's a better shooter than Michael Jordan. Jordan was a better scorer. Yes, like I said, he's a miniature version of LeBron James. If LeBron James had any balls, he would be Russell Westbrook. Do you think that man's going to shy away from anything? There won't be a story written in the NBA of millions that they write. There won't be one that says Russell Westbrook shied away. You can find about 700,000 of those stories about LeBron James. LeBron James shied away. LeBron James shied away. He had his opportunity, but he shied away. LeBron James had it. It was the fourth quarter, and he shied away. That is the story of his life. The guy who could never get it done. Well, we will never know because LeBron is LeBron and Kobe is Kobe. That's why he compared Russell Westbrook to him because Russell Westbrook had the best outlook more than anybody else in the NBA. Russell Westbrook had the best outlook on any platform. All of a sudden, I got very bad connection. How does that even work? My thing is this. Who do y'all pick? Right now, if you had to pick your team, because right now the captains is going to be LeBron James and Steph Curry. So Russell Westbrook will be out again. He's out of the mix yet again. He's the reigning MVP. He was the last MVP, and everybody still picks. They pick 5 other players over Westbrook. These are not fans that made this selection. Okay? These aren't the fans that said, wow, we're picking Steph Curry. You know, you expect that from fans. These are general managers. These are the general managers. And Kanye West loves him. I would just want, in my heart of hearts, I would want Russell Westbrook to succeed. But this is what he needs. He needs for people to doubt him so that he can keep pushing himself. Because he's a warrior. And without a war to fight, the warrior might as well be gone. If the warrior don't have the war to fight, he can't go back to society. He can't go back to no war. This is what he does to perfection. So if you know this is what he do, and this is what he does to perfection, you don't intervene with the warrior. He needs something to fight. So now with them still ranking Steph Curry in there ahead of him, that gives him something to push for. Of course he don't like Steph Curry. Because this is the guy they keep ranking over you, and you like, man, I dominate. I scored 40. I got 13 assists. My assists are up. I get 13 assists now. I get a triple-double, and I turn around, I win MVP. I do a lot of things for the NBA. I opened up to them, and they still, the general managers still selected him over me. Not only did they do that, they put Kawhi Leonard over him. They put Kevin Durant over him. They put LeBron James over him. James Harden. I told you guys about what was going to happen with this short NBA season. Everybody's going to get hurt. I didn't want to see that happen, and I said it's going to be the same thing. It's the same thing with the NFL. You can't just alter the season and give people less stuff. There's a reason why you had this many preseason games. There were reasons why the season was the way it was. It wasn't about the NBA loves fixing things that's not broken. Adding making the season start a week earlier was not finna help anybody with rest. It's how the schedule is made. If you got guys flying all over the country to appease these facilities you got, like they end up moving people from Vancouver back to Memphis. Somebody geographically is logical, plus a basketball team in Vancouver didn't make any sense. When the majority of those people don't watch basketball. Well, the All-Star game's been dead because of play. Had nothing to do with who's on what team. And to believe that, oh, there's no all-stars in the East is stupid. They have a lot of all-stars in the East. You got Greek the Freak, you got John Wall, you got Beal, you got DeRozan, you have all these stars out there. You got Serge Ibaka. You got a lot of stars in the East that can play and match up with anybody from the West. LeBron James is just like, oh, we got to make it different because I don't want to play with Kyrie. Name 5 from the East. You could start with Kyrie, Gordon Hayward right there. That's 2. Greek the Freak is 3. Do you need to go more? You need John Wall. You need Bill. You need Lowry. You need DeRozan. And I ain't even named that bum in Cleveland. Yeah, what about Hassan Whiteside? He can't play? You think Atlanta don't have anybody that's going to go? And what about LeBron? You got this team. What about Isaiah Thomas? What about Kevin Love? What about D Wade? What about Derrick Rose? They ain't gonna make the All-Star team? You got Porzingis? There's players in the East. It's just disrespectful of LeBron to just write off the entire East. Right, Wade doesn't come off the bench. But yeah, I just uploaded the Luis Aria video. The interview I did with him live is already up. So you can go check that out. And Mr. Sledge, if you're up tonight, I'll give you one more call. You get one more chance. Yes, it is definitely on this channel. I think. Yeah, nobody got for this one. For some reason, I think it started too fast. And it didn't kick in time, the notifications. But I'm out.